say about me. With my Haitian, always want my nation. Say about me, Haitian. Hey everybody, it's Haitian Flag Day. Today is May 18, which is Haitian Flag Day. This is the day where my culture wanted independence from the French. Okay, from it happened in the year 1804, and something to be very, very proud of, because that revolution that happened in 1804 changed the trajectory for all black people to earn their freedom. Okay, so it was the Haitians that started it. Okay, and the Haitians are very, very, very important in the future. So I just want to make that announcement. Okay, anywho, we're gonna talk about Tory Lanez is innocent. Okay, I'm going to do a recap first of everything I disclosed, of like the videos I did last year and the prior year. Okay, this all went down in 2022. The trial happened, and then he was sentenced in 2022, and then there's a lot of new information happening now, and I brought some stuff like 2020, 2022, and even last year I disclosed some stuff. So I'm going to recap all those things to get you guys to remember, and if you guys want to go on your own time to go look up those videos that I did, you may do so. You can find it on my playlist. Okay, when I talk about the celebrity star predictions, you can find it there. Okay, I might do a separate playlist just for Tory Lanez and the Meg Thee Stallion, and the DDG and Holly situation, and the Diddy and Cassie. I'm going to do a separate playlist for all those videos that I did, because it's very, very important about what's about to unfold in the future. You have no idea. So anyways, hi everyone. If you're new, welcome to the Oracle of the Future. I am the Oracle of the World. What does that mean? I am an Oracle. I have a very powerful, beautiful gift that was given to me from God, where I have the gift of foresight, and I also have the ability to channel messages of any type of frequency. I'm not going to go in depth with it, but I could basically channel messages in many different ways. But I do have a gift of foresight. Okay, I can see the future mostly, but I can also see past and present. It just determines what vision I get. Okay, I'm very tapped in. Okay, I'm not fully all the way awakened with my gift yet. That I am growing. Okay, so if you're new, that's just a recap on that. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Please subscribe if you're not. I see a lot of new subscribers, so I just want to say thank you guys for subscribing and liking my videos and commenting down below. You guys have no idea what you just stumble upon when you stumble upon my channel. That means that you are meant to be here, and if you're a hater or a troll, that is me, that you're meant to be a hater. Okay, but anyways, basically my channel is to get you guys to climb up to your higher ascension. Okay, growing to your highest version of yourself, and we all have a goal. Okay, we all have a goal, which is the golden age. When you're on my channel, we all are meant to ascend and go to the golden age. You better be on that boat when the boat comes. Okay, anyways, we're going to discuss the Tory Lanez case. So I'm going to do the recap. Hi Jackie B, I see you. Welcome. So, like I said, this all happened in 2020. For those of you that don't know what is going on, Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion was basically there was an incident that happened back in 2020. Okay, this happened at an after party at Kylie Jenner's house, and something would happen right after that, where someone ended up getting shot. The police was called, whatever, and it became this big thing. It went viral, and then the police got involved, the state, and they wanted to prosecute Tory Lanez for having possession of a firearm, and also shooting Meg Thee Stallion. So, and once that went viral, like everybody had their opinion, everybody was upset and mad at Tory Lanez. It was very decisive, and then when people started to speak out, telling their side of the story of what would happen, one person claimed that they didn't shoot anyone, which was Tory Lanez, and the Megan Thee Stallion claimed that eventually she came forward and said that it was Tory Lanez. At first, the story was very like people was forming their own opinions of what happened that night, and then when the people who was actually there started to speak, they were disclosing information where it got people confused and like looking at other direction, and then it's just the whole situation was very convoluted, like it was diluted with just illusions. People did not know the truth because one person saying this, the other person saying that. It was just back and forth, and then of course the public opinion will always sway on based off who they like, and based off the lack of information what they choose to believe. Okay, and then you just have people that just watching this all unfold, and then eventually it came to a head where the trial happened. It was a lot of stuff that happened in between that, like it went to the music, it went to like an argument on social media, it went to like fan wars. It would happen like very fast in my opinion, but it's a lot of stuff that happened and transpired since the incident. The original incident happened in 2020, and then fast forward, the trial happened in 2022 with Megan Thee Stallion and Torey. Torey was charged, okay, and Megan Thee Stallion has to testify on what happened, and she disclosed her side of the story. And of course there was the other individuals that was there that night that told their side of the story. Again, even with the trial, it was all diluted, full of illusions. Not only did their testimony change from the original story, like once they came out, what they said, it changed. Like for Kelsey is Megan Thee Stallion's best friend or former best friend. She was there that night. Her story changed. Tory Lanez, he kept claiming his innocence. That's what stayed consistent. But Tory Lanez kept saying that, Roc Nation was behind it because Roc Nation is protecting Megan Thee Stallion. It's because Roc Nation signed Megan Thee Stallion. So he kept blaming Roc Nation, at first he still do. But he kept blaming Roc Nation on like targeting him because he's an independent artist. He owned his masters. That's his claim. And that's what he was telling his fans. And he just saying that, Megan Thee Stallion is lying. She's part of the Illuminati. It was just a lot of things that happened. And then Megan Thee Stallion felt like she was being harassed by Torey and his fans, and she didn't like that. So that's what promoted her to tell the public that Tory Lanez shot her, because she said that at first she wasn't saying anything. She was trying to protect him. So that's why she didn't say anything at first, and then eventually she did because she didn't like how Tory Lanez was moving. And then as far as Kelsey, she never said anything to the trial. But Kelsey and Meg, it was like they wasn't friends after the incident, so people were trying to figure out what happened, and it was leaked that the reason why they wasn't friends, it was because they were fighting about Torey. Okay, so it's just a lot of stuff that happened that night that was disclosed on social media, and then that was disclosed on the courts. However, based off my gift, I was able to see what really transpired, what really went down. Okay, so again, like I was saying, fast forward to the trial. It happened in 2022. The trial involved Megan Thee Stallion giving her testimony. She told the people what happened in her version, what she believed happened. Tory Lanez never took the stand. Kelsey, I think she said she wanted immunity. I believe that's what she said. I want immunity before I start to speak. So that was odd. Everybody's like, why are you asking for immunity? So to this day, people don't understand why she asked for that. So again, question mark. Why is everything being diluted? Okay, and then they asked other people that was there, like the stylist. He was there at the party, the after party, before it led up to that incident. He wasn't there at the incident, but he was there at the after party. So remember the stylist. So they asked his testimony. So he gave his testimony. He claimed that Megan Thee Stallion was drunk out of her mind, and she was getting she went from the fun Meg to the irritated Meg. So remember that. And then brought in another witness. I'm going to disclose all this because I'm going to tell you guys what really, I'm not going to tell you what really went down because there are a lot of pieces that I need. But I'm going to tell you some stuff that you guys are not aware of. There was another witness that they asked to come in because this witness claimed that they saw something. This witness came out of nowhere, okay, in my opinion. This witness name is Sean Kelly, okay? So I want you guys, remember what I said that moving forward on my channel, I want you guys to start writing notes. And I'm going to disclose what notes to write, okay? The first thing first, before I go through the recap of my videos that I made, I want you guys to write all this down so that you can have all this in order. Write Meg Thee Stallion, her name. Write Tory Lanez. Write Kylie Jenner. Sorry, let me go back. Write Meg Thee Stallion, and then next to Meg Thee Stallion, write I did not know. Write that down next to Meg Thee Stallion name. Write Kylie Jenner, and right next to her name, write no pun intended. That ain't my problem. Okay. Then write Kelsey Harris, which is the former friend of Meg Thee Stallion. Write blank. Okay. I wrote it down, but I don't want to share it yet. But let's write Kelsey Harris, the former friend. All right, and then write the stylist name. Okay, the stylist, he was at the after party. He wasn't at the incident. He was at the after party. Okay. The stylist name is E.J. King. That's his name that's his stylist name. His real name is Eric Cooperston. Right next to his name, I spot in my eye. I spot in my eye. Okay. Right, bodyguard is a spy. Right next to the bodyguard, his name is Bradley James. Right connects to a dot. Okay. This is all going to make sense later. Like I said I want you guys to start taking notes because one, it will all make sense later when we start connecting the dots and I disclose the full truth. Okay, of what really went down. It will all come in handy. This is for record keeping. So write all this down so that not only are you keeping track of everything, but it's all going to make sense when everything comes together. And then write who is the fly, like a fly, like a bug fly. Who is the fly? And right next to that is the dot. That is the clue. Who is the fly? Okay. Write Tory Lanez's name and write I'm out of my mind, intoxicated for sure. Okay, that's right next to Tory Lanez's name. The last one is the witness, Sean Kelly. Where did he come from? Right, where did you come from? Where did you came from? For Sean Kelly, which is the witness that I said, he just came out of nowhere. Sean Kelly. Okay, I want you guys to write, this is a message from me, okay, to get, like, for Tory Lanez. If Tory Lanez ever watched this video, this is a message for you, okay? 3 years' time, the bird will fly. 3 years' time, the bird will fly. 3 years' time, the bird will fly. Today's date is May 18, 2025. Okay, so 3 years' time, the bird will fly. That is a code and as well as a message. Meg Thee Stallion has been very quiet lately. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. You have no idea how everything's going to transpire. Yeah. I'm going to do also like a mention. Whenever you see me say dot, that means a clue. So you can write next to dot clue. So whenever you hear me say write in your notes dot, that means clue. You can write clue or dot, it doesn't matter. Whenever you hear me say monkey wrench, that means reverse uno. Okay, so just for you guys to understand how I dissect and decode and everything, I'm trying to put you guys on, because it's all gonna make sense later on. Okay, so these are all the individuals that are very important in the story. We have Torey, Meg, Kelsey, the bodyguard, the stylist, Kylie Jenner, the dot, okay, which is the clue, and the key witness, which is Sean Kelly. Okay, it's Sean Kelly. All right, and the video. Okay, the video that was viral on Instagram the night that everybody found out that there was a shooting. Okay, this video showed an Instagram, like someone was taking I don't know if it's Snapchat or Instagram, I don't remember, but I believe Meg Thee Stallion took, no, I think it was Kylie Jenner that took the video. I don't remember who it was, but there was a video that went viral of that night before the incident happened. There was at Kylie Jenner house. There was inside a jacuzzi or the pool, and we see Kylie Jenner, Tory Lanez, Meg Thee Stallion inside the pool, right? And there was like a video. Somebody recorded that. So write that video down of them in the pool. Okay, so I kind of gave you guys understanding of what this is all about. Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion, the day that the day of the shooting. Okay, I provided the setting, the incident, and then all the holes where the testimonies and the story kept being diluted. I provided, a fast forward to the trial, and then the testimony that was diluted, like their story changed. And there was even an incident where a moment where Meg Thee Stallion, even her story was changing. And that's where people believe that she lied. Okay, and I'm going to explain why that was. So I provided that, and then now fast forward 2025 right now, it has came to the forefront that the bodyguard mentioned. The bodyguard was never testified in the original trial. They couldn't find him or something. But now he's claiming that he saw who shot Meg. It was Kelsey. That's a lie. All of that is a lie. Whatever this new evidence about the bodyguard saw Kelsey shoot the Meg and all that, that's a lie, and I believe it's fabricated. Okay, it's coming from either Tory Lanez's camp or somebody else that's trying to throw a monkey wrench. No, that's not what happened at all. Kelsey never shot anyone. She never even had the gun in her hand. But I will say this: Tory Lanez is innocent. He never shot Meg. Okay, so that's the thing too. The new evidence is bullshit. I'm going to be completely honest. It's bullshit. The bodyguard not to be trusted. Okay, so that should have been a red flag there. Tory Lanez should have known that not to trust the bodyguard. So the bodyguard is not to be trusted, because I'm going to tell you what I saw in my vision. So Tory Lanez, the bodyguard, Kelsey, which is the former best friend, Meg Thee Stallion. So this new thing, I believe it's going to be like thrown out, like it's not believable. There's no evidence, okay? However, Tory Lanez is telling the truth. He did not shoot Meg, and I'm going to explain all that. He is telling the truth on that, but no one shot Meg. That's the story. No one shot her. She was never shot, ever. She was never shot, and I did a video last year on what I saw. In this vision, it showed me Kylie Jenner home. That's where everything, they were all there, except for the key witness. The key witness came out of nowhere. Remember that. I told you guys. Write that down in your notes. Everybody that I named was at Kylie Jenner house first. That's where the party was. There was an article I read where they said that Meg and Kelsey and Kylie was already there, and then Torey showed up there. Okay, and then that's where everybody came else. Okay, so apparently Meg, Kelsey, and Kylie was already there first, the women, and then Torey showed up, and they said that Meg, Kelsey, and Kylie was already drunk. They were already drinking, and that part is true, but Kelsey was not drunk. Meg was 100%. She was drunk. Who else was drunk? Tory Lanez. Not only was he drunk, I believe he was he wasn't just drunk. I feel like he was high as well. Like he must have smoked some reefer or something, but he was high and he was drunk. So he was out of his mind, very intoxicated. And I'm going to explain why I'm disclosing that and why I saw that. I said in the video last year about the vision that they were at Kylie Jenner's house. That's what I saw. I saw after the pool. I guess it was after they went out the pool. They went to sit down on an island or something. You know, the little island thing that they have outside. I don't know what it's called, but they have like an outside sitting area. I just call it like an island thing. The island furniture. They were sitting down, and wherever this island thing, it has something poking out of it. And I said in that vision, I saw this thing poking Meg Thee Stallion's foot. Okay, and it punctured her foot. Not that deep, but it did, and she was bleeding from that. And I said she was so drunk out her mind, she didn't even realize it. When you're drunk, you could get hurt, whatever. You don't even realize you're hurt until like the next day, or until like you get sober up. She didn't even realize she was already hurt at Kylie Jenner's house. And I know it sounds like I'm reaching for straws and like, what? I'm trying to tell you guys, this is what I saw. She was already hurt at Kylie Jenner's home. Kylie Jenner has videos in her home that can prove that. She was hurt at Kylie Jenner's house. Okay? Not only that, the stylist, I said, I spot something in my eye. Why did I say that? The stylist peeped that. Like, she looked like her, she hurt her foot. He saw something, but he dismissed it quickly. Like, he's like, she hurt something. Like, he noticed that she was limping when they were leaving. He noticed that. Or it's something that he saw, he peeped real quick, and then he like completely dismissed it as if he didn't see it. But she was already hurt at Kylie Jenner's home. Fast forward to when they got to the car. I believe when they got into the car, there was like probably some type of argument of like Tory Lanez found out that, or Meg Thee Stallion, Kelsey found out that Meg and Tory was sleeping with each other behind Kelsey's back. So that was another story that came out during this whole viral moment, the trial, everything, that Kelsey and Torey was together, and then Meg slept with Torey behind Kelsey's back. So that's what came out, during the courts and all that, and that's why there was like an argument inside the car. The bodyguard, which is the driver. Let me take a pause, so I don't want to like go all over the place. I feel like I'm gonna. So apparently, it said that there was an argument when they left Kylie Jenner's home. Okay, so apparently the argument was about what I just said. Kelsey found out that Meg and Torey were sleeping with each other. Okay, allegedly. That's what. It's not allegedly. That's what's being reported. Keep in mind, the person who's driving apparently is Kelsey's bodyguard, which I told you his name is Bradley. The bodyguard name is Bradley James. He was driving, okay, and the people was in the car. So apparently something went down inside the car. Apparently it was about what happened. Like, Kelsey just found that out. Somehow the car stopped. The bodyguard stopped the car. They got out the car. I saw in my vision Meg Thee Stallion walking away. She didn't want to deal with it. She was drunk out of her mind, but she knew at even that drunk, she did not want to deal with that. Like she was like she didn't want to talk about that, so she was walking away. Like she was like walking afar off, and I see Tory Lanez upset. Like he's hot and drunk. He's not just drunk, you guys. I feel like he smoked something or took something, because the way that he was acting, he reminded me of the character Yosemite Sam, the cartoon character, with the bearded. He reminded me of that character. Drunk. He was very, wasn't disclosed in the trial how drunk he was. Like he was really drunk, to the point where he doesn't remember a goddamn thing. That's what I wanted to tell you. Him and Meg don't remember nothing. That's why their story was always like this, that, and Meg. It's like, oh, it was Torey and that. No, they don't remember a goddamn thing. And Torey believed that he did it because, I don't know, someone told him that he had a shooting, whatever, and he's like, oh, did I shoot Meg, whatever. He actually believed that at first. That's why he called Meg and apologized to her. This is before everything went down on social media when they went against each other and she was still trying to protect him. He thought he did it because he was so drunk he didn't remember what happened. Someone must have told him that he was shooting, and he was. But he wasn't shooting at her. He was not shooting at Kelsey or the bodyguard. He was shooting somewhere far off. Like, he was shooting, I don't know if he was shooting at the ground or, in my vision, it was some type of thing that he was shooting at. But Megan Stallion was so far away, it is no way it could have hit her. Because the reason why I say that, because his back was faced away from her, and he was shooting this way. Kelsey and the bodyguard was close by. So if he would have shot somebody, based off what I saw, it should have hit Kelsey or the bodyguard. That's how close they were to Torey. Meg Thee Stallion was way far away and limping. Don't want to deal with the conversation what just happened. So when that's happening, somehow Tory Lanez got the gun or whatever, yelling, and then he's shooting again. He's drunk out his mind. And then I saw Kelsey like looking at him like, what are you doing? And then the bodyguard was looking at him and he rolled his eyes. Mind you, when I saw the bodyguard, I saw the bodyguard point of view. When they got the car, he kept looking at Meg. I mentioned that in the last year's video. I said the bodyguard kept looking at Meg Thee Stallion. Like soon they got in the car, he just kept looking at her. And then when I saw why, he then called somebody. That what's happening at that same time. He called somebody, and he's telling them what's happening. And he's keeping an eye on Meg, and he see Torey like agitated, whatever. But he's not, whatever. He's like, he see him and like yelling, whatever. But he's on the phone with somebody. I'm like, who's on the phone? Who are you on the phone with? So that brings me to the code. Who is the fly? Who is the fly is the person he's on the phone with, right? He's on the phone with them, telling them what just happened, and they're telling him to keep an eye on her. I saw who he was on the phone. It was some white guy, a white man. I don't know who this white man is. It was a white man. He's telling him to keep an eye on her. They wanted dirt on Meg, whoever she's connected to. I don't know why. The bodyguard is a spy. He needed dirt on Meg. They need dirt, something to use against her in the future, like some type of blackmail thing. So they said keep an eye on her. He was paying attention to Meg Thee Stallion the whole time, but he saw Torey like acting all like drunk, and he rolled his eyes. That's what I saw. He saw Tory Lanez roll his eyes. I mean, he rolled his eyes at Tory Lanez because of the way that he was acting. The bodyguard went to Tory Lanez when he noticed that he had the gun and shooting, and he grabbed the gun away from Tory Lanez. So somehow it kind of probably went to Kelsey back. I don't know, but I saw the bodyguard took the gun away from Tory Lanez. But it was discovered, but when the police got there, that the gun was found, but it wasn't found in his hands. It wasn't found in Tory Lanez's hands. I guarantee you that. because the bodyguard took it. Because the purpose wasn't for Torey Lanez. The purpose was to get blackmail on Meg. So that's why I call the bodyguard as a spy. He was on the phone with the Fly. Who is the Fly? I don't know who that man was. Why they needed dirt on her. But they wanted dirt. And they still looking for that dirt to use against her. And you know another reason why I say that too? Because I saw it in my vision. But I remember, I believe it happened sometime last year, there was somebody that was close to her that was claiming that either she didn't pay them or something. It's like they were trying so hard, they need something against her to use in the future, like as if they want to use something over her head, like to keep her in line. That's just a speculation there, but I know for a fact that they need something. I don't know who these people are, but I call it I call this white man that he was on the phone with, the bodyguard, the Fly. The bodyguard is the spy. The Fly is this person that's connected to the dot, which is a clue. I don't know who that person is yet. But that's what really went down. Although Torey Lanez is innocent of he didn't shoot Meg Thee Stallion, she was already hurt, she's already limping. He is guilty for having possession of a firearm, being on probation. He's not supposed to have that. However, he is still innocent. He didn't shoot anybody. He was just drunk out his mind. And you know another thing I forgot to disclose? Right after the bodyguard like took the gun away from Torey, Meg Thee Stallion was limping back. When she was limping back to Kelsey and Torey, well, she was limping back to where they were, and she noticed that she was bleeding. And she's like, oh my God, I'm bleeding. And that's when Kelsey's like, oh, did Torey shoot you? So Meg's like, what? So Meg didn't even know what happened, like what went down, until Kelsey told her what Torey did. So that's what I saw in my vision. She didn't even know that Torey was shooting a gun until Kelsey said something. Kelsey was a drunk. I don't know how did they find bullet fragments or anything. They didn't find no bullet. They didn't find no bullet fragments. No, Yari. She's already limping before they got in the car to leave. She got hurt at Kylie Jenner home. Speaking of the witness that came out of nowhere, I channeled something with this, but I can't prove it yet, so I'm not going to disclose it. But the witness plays a part. The one that testified and said that he saw them fighting. That's a lie. They were never fighting. Kelsey and Meg was never fighting. That's a lie. So whoever this witness is not a real witness. This Sean Kelly. He's lying. I'm just going to tell you the channel message I got. The channel message I got with him was, witness saw that two women was fighting. Supposedly, he was paid to keep the story away from Kylie. Because if you remember, people kept talking about, like, people was confused that Meg Thee Stallion, Kylie Jenner, Torey Lanez all linked up. That shocked everybody, and everybody was focusing on that. Even though like there was like a huge story that Meg Thee Stallion got shot, people was like, why was she on Kylie Jenner out? What I channel is that Sean Kelly was paid to keep the story away from Kylie. Because you notice that everybody was talking about that, and then everybody stopped talking about the Kylie Jenner and started focusing about the whole Kelsey, Meg, and Torey sleeping with Torey, right? And then that they were fighting. Everybody kept focusing on that. Because if the prosecutor, I think it was the DA or whatever, and the defense team, if they would have did their due diligence and actually interviewed, like do their investigation, they would have found some stuff out. Yeah. You said I saw another video of her stepping down. I saw that video too. I believe that video went viral very recently. But no. And you know where that came from? Meg Thee Stallion. Remember I said in the original, before everything, before anybody said anything of what happened that night, everybody speculated on what they believe happened, right? The social media, the public. And then Meg Thee Stallion was still protecting him. And she claimed that, she told the police, or the police, that she stepped her foot on glass. So that's where that glass thing came from. Meg Thee Stallion said that to the police. The witness was paid off. The Sean Kelly, he was a paid witness. Okay? Okay, so yeah, Tory Lanez has been charged. This is what he was charged with. Unregistered firearm in a vehicle. Again, who does the gun belong to? That's a question. Who does the gun belong to? Because that I don't know. I didn't know where he got it from. Who does the gun belong to? If it belongs to Torey, then that charge is like, hey, he has to eat that. He was also charged with discharging a firearm with gross negligence. That is actually true, so he has to eat that. But they also charged him with assault with a firearm. He didn't do that. He didn't shoot anybody. That is what he's innocent of. He's innocent of shooting Meg Thee Stallion. He didn't do that. But for the rest of the stuff, he didn't have a firearm. He was shooting negligently, like he was being negligent because he was drunk, and possibly might have been high. But he was definitely, he was drunk to the point he didn't remember. He still don't remember. Meg Thee Stallion don't remember nothing. So she should have just said that. She doesn't remember a goddamn thing. The only thing that she doesn't remember. She didn't even realize that she was hurt beforehand. The stylist is a witness of her seeing her hurt at Kylie Jenner's house. Kylie Jenner has footage. She is a witness. But why was the... I'm just gonna... And that's the thing, alright? Why not just come up forward and say, I don't remember, I don't know. She didn't know completely. All she remembered, I believe, because this is what I saw in my vision, is that Kelsey put that in her head, like, hey, did Tory Lanez shoot you? Because when Meg said, oh, I'm hurt, that's when Kelsey thought that she got hurt by Tory, because Tory was shooting at something. And then she's like, wait, you got hurt by... Did Tory Lanez shoot you? And then Meg was like, what? What do you mean? And then Kelsey told her what happened. She didn't even realize that Tory was shooting. That's how drunk she was. And that's how far away she was. She wasn't even close by. She walked off so far away from where they were. I believe the reason why she kept going with, like, Tory Lanez shot me is because she felt like, who else could it be? Because Tory Lanez had the gun and he was shooting, and Kelsey said that, so it had to be him that shot me, and I was hurt and I was bleeding, so therefore I was shot. That is her mind. So she actually believed in the lie. She actually believed in that, because she, instead of to say, I don't know, I didn't actually see the person do it, however, this makes sense to me. That's Meg Thee Stallion logic. Okay? And that's why the story kept changing. The story kept changing over and over. And I believe, in the reason, in Kelsey, the bodyguard, everybody was trying to, like, protect Tory in the beginning, but Kelsey and Meg stopped being friends because Meg was being shady to her because of the whole situation. And then Kelsey didn't like what she did. So that friendship went off. So that was a little drama there. And then Torey was trying to like sway the public to like not think of him as the shooter and trying to make it seem it was Rock Nation that was behind it. And I don't know if it was Rock Nation, but there was somebody that the bodyguard called that I saw that's connected to something. I don't know to who or to what. But they were trying to get dirt on Megan. They had nothing to do with Torey. Torey just happened to be in the mix of it. But this is the question, though. Who does the gun belong to? We still didn't figure that out. Who was the fly? Who was the guy that the bodyguard was on the phone? Because the bodyguard called somebody that right where it was happening. He called someone. Why didn't the bodyguard testify in the trial? They said that he ended up missing. That's strange. You see, you guys got to ask questions. Because in my vision, I saw all this. The bodyguard is the spy. Something he knows. Like, why? Like, he was not... He apparently, he was the driver. Kaya Jada did not want to be in this at all. I believe she did not want to be, because remember people was asking questions like, what, like, does Kylie know something? I remember in the beginning, people was focused on Kylie. Even though it came out that Torey may have shot on Meg, people were still trying to focus on Kylie. Like, why did they link up? People was asking questions, and then I channeled the witness that came forward and said that he saw Kelsey and Meg fighting and then two men ripping them apart. That's a lie. They never fought. They may have argued like inside the car, but when they got out the car, they wasn't fighting. That was a lie. You said that Jackie B said that she used it to build her career. I don't know what happened after that. I don't know what her intention was. I feel like the reason why she did this, like kept it on, like even though she didn't actually see him do it, is because of how he went about it. Because eventually he started to attack her in a way, or she felt that, to the point where his fans started to harass her, and it got bad. If you guys remember, it really did get bad on social media, where a lot of people had their own opinions. Like, she even had like a little hate train, if you guys remember. So she kind of probably felt a way like, I was protecting you in the beginning, you know, even though I wasn't sure who did what, I was protecting you, but now you would act like that. Bet that could have been that, or why she did that. But I don't think she did it to boost her career. I think she did it because, one, she did not remember a goddamn thing, and she actually believed that who else could it be if he had the gun? So that's her logic. And it could also just be that she was mad at him for trying to blame her or trying to switch her story, so she got back at him. It could be that as well, why she kept the story going. But I do have a message. He's going to get out. I saw that. He's going to be released. In 3 years, he's going to be released. That's the message. 3 years' time, the bird will fly. 3 years from now. But this new evidence that came out, talking about, oh, the bodyguard saw Kelsey shoot him. That's bullshit. That's a lie. That never happened. Kelsey never shot her. Never even held the gun. And the reason why I thought that came out because the public kept saying it was Kelsey due to how she was moving and due to the trial where she asked for immunity. That was just weird. The public kept saying it was Kelsey, so therefore this new evidence, I'm not saying it was him, but if you really pay attention, it could have been Torey that planted that. Oh well, you know, the bodyguard said this, that, you know, and especially after Torey just got stabbed, and then this new evidence came out of nowhere. It could have been him and his team that could cook this up to try to get him, you know, get the case open again, which is true. Like, it should be open again because he didn't shoot her. However, this new evidence is too bullshit that I won't be surprised it's gonna be taken out. Like, no one's gonna take it serious. There was no residue on his. I heard that there was no residue on his found on Tory Lanez, which is interesting. Very interesting because I saw him shooting. But he had his back away from Meg, so you can't say that if Meg Thee Stallion was shot, it could have ricocheted. No, his back was faced away from her. That's what I saw. And I told you the bodyguard went up to him to go grab the gun. Like, he rolled his eyes like, okay, the bodyguard could tell that he was drunk as out of his mind. And I told you, like, it was just crazy, yo. But this case was filled with a lot of holes. It's very diluted. Okay, a lot of people, you know, have their opinions. A lot of people already believe what they want to believe. A lot of people believe Tory Lanez is innocent. A lot of people believe Meg Thee Stallion is telling the truth and that she's innocent. A lot of people believe that she was shot. A lot of people believe that it was Kelsey that did it. A lot of people believe that this story is too diluted for it to have some type of verdict or sentencing put on Tory. Like, no one fully got the truth. But I'm here to tell you, as the Oracle of the World, the reason why the story was diluted because everybody kept changing their story. One, many people that was there didn't even know what happened. They don't remember. Two, there is another piece with this, with the bodyguard. His intention from the very get-go was that he's not official bodyguard or the driver. He's hired for something else, which is to keep an eye on Meg Thee Stallion. For what reason? So that's another thing that no one even knows about. The key witness that came out of nowhere that went to the trial to testify against Torey to explain like what he saw, and he basically said he saw two women fighting and then two men breaking up the fight. That's a lie. The reason I won't be surprised that witness showed up after everybody was speculating on what happened that night on social media. Whoever paid the key witness, they paid the key witness to say this to get the story away from Kylie. That's the channel message I got. They paid the key witness to get the story away from Kylie, and then use this because this is what social media is talking about. They were fighting inside the car because both of them were sleeping with Torey. Use that. That's what happened with that. So it was a lot of moving parts. A lot of people was involved behind the scenes, as well as people who was in there didn't know it was her. And there were, and some people was trying to protect Torey in the beginning, like trying to protect him, like because they believe that he did it. Oh, sorry. There's another. I'm sorry. Write this down in your notes, please. There is one person as well. A biggest evidence. The doctor. She went to the hospital. So they said that she went to the hospital, right? I did read this back when it happened. I gotta refresh my memory. She went to the hospital and they said that they found bullet fragments on her foot. That's what it was said, and then it came back later that they didn't find any bullet fragments, right? So the doctor that examined her, that is a key witness as well. Because even with that, I believe it was like 2 weeks later or a week later, they saw Meg Thee Stallion at the club, wherever, dancing, and people on social media like, did you just got shot? why are you all in the club dancing and all that stuff? And like, if my foot was shot, I would not be at the club, right? Remember that happened? People was like, okay, do you speculate, like, did she really get shot? But it was two different stories that came out when she went to the hospital, that bullet fragments was found on her foot. That was a real story. That's a lie. There was no bullet fragments found on her foot at all. So the doctor is a key witness as well. The doctor, if the doctor reported that, that's a lie. But there was another story that came with that saying that he never found bullet fragments. There was a doctor that said he didn't. So that's another key witness. Write that down in your notes, please. The doctor. I forgot all about the freaking doctor. And make sure you write the video that went viral, where there was this, when they was at Kylie Jenner's house, when they was at the pool. If you guys remember the video, where it showed, I don't know if it's a Snapchat video or an Instagram video, I don't remember, but it was a video that either Kylie or Meg was recording, and they're at the pool, and that's where everybody found out that they linked up. They said, wait, why are they at Kylie Jenner's house? People were surprised by that. I remember that. Definitely money changing hands and blackmail. Yeah, if you guys, if I find a video, I'm gonna repost it on the community tab. But that video went viral right after it was posted by the news, the national news, whatever, and blog site, that there was a shooting that happened. And everybody was like, "What?" And then that video popped up, and they was like, "What? Why are they at Kylie Jenner's house?" People were so surprised by that. Like, why did they link up? That whole situation was very funny, and then all of a sudden everybody was talking about Kylie, them at Kylie Jenner's house, and all of a sudden everybody started to get away from that. Watch that tea. I remember that. So yeah, so those are all the codes, because we're gonna come back to it, because there's gonna be more things that's gonna unfold to prove this. I did see, but that doctor, major witness, because there was two different stories that came out. One where the doctor said they did found it, and the other one the doctor said I never found it. Two different stories. But the doctor, I don't think the doctor was ever called to testify. So that I have to look up. I don't think the doctor was if not, I'm gonna clarify that, confirm that, because I don't think the doctor was called to the stand. Maybe there's probably like a doctor report, maybe, or like whoever examined her foot and what was written. So the only thing that Tory Lanez is guilty of is having, I don't know if that gun is his, but he did have possession of that gun, and he did shoot it negligently. Okay, he was reckless with it, and he was very intoxicated, but he did not shoot nobody. He wasn't aiming at a person. He wasn't aiming at her, because his back was away from her. Like, she was way, I'm trying to tell you guys, Megan Stallion was walking away, far away, before he even started shooting, and she, like, I don't know how to explain the distance of what I saw. Like, she was way up, like, it's like she was out of frame, and the people that I kept seeing was Kelsey, the bodyguard, and Torey. Those, like, they were right next to him. So if anybody was, who could have gotten shot, was them two, not Meg. She was out of frame based off the vision that I saw. She was drunk as hell. Didn't remember the goddamn thing. Tory Lanez he was just out. He was like drunk, and I feel like he was either he was high and drunk. So of course he don't remember goddamn thing. He even said that he was too drunk. Like, when he called Meg the next day, he said, "I'm sorry, I was too drunk. I don't remember." Like, I think he said that in the phone call, that he was too drunk. And he apologized, because I feel like the bodyguard, the driver, could have said that he had the gun, or Kelsey could have told him that, or the cop that showed up, and he thinking that he did it. But he kept saying to the public, though, "I'm innocent," but in the back of his mind, he thought that he did. because but he don't remember. He doesn't know. So we had two people that don't remember. We have the bodyguard that does, like, he saw Torey with the gun shooting. We saw Kelsey saw Torey with the gun shooting away from Meg. So when Meg came back to where they were, she came back into frame, limping towards where they were, and then she said, I'm hurt or whatever. And then Kelsey's like, wait, did Torey shoot you? Like, that's what she said to her. And that's when Meg was like, what? Like, that's how tricked she was. She didn't even realize he was shooting a gun. Because why would she limped towards them. She didn't limp away. She was already walking away when they got out the car. Because she didn't want to deal with the conversation. She came back limping away towards them after the fact. Why would you go towards the gunfire? I'm just saying. Unless you wasn't aware that somebody was shooting. Just saying. But yeah, you guys do a refresher because this happened in 2020. The trial happened in 2022. Now we're in 2025 and there's new evidence, supposedly, which this new evidence is bullshit. It's not real. And it's going to be dismissed. I can tell you right now, it's going to be dismissed. There's no evidence. There's nothing to back that up. The bodyguard, first of all, is not to be trusted. They was looking for him during the trial. He didn't show up. He never showed up. They say he went missing. But all of a sudden he came. Now they turning against Kelsey now. And again, like I said, the bodyguard is a spy. He's not to be trusted. From both sides. Whether you're Megan, Kelsey, or Torey, do not trust the bodyguard. And definitely don't trust the witness that was called. Because he came out of nowhere. Everybody was like, oh, there was somebody that actually saw what happened. Yeah, this happened late in the morning, early in the morning. This Sean Kelly person. This Sean Kelly is a paid witness. And there's a lot that I know about the Kardashian, the mother. But we're not going to discuss about that. That's a different tea for a lot of time. Money running low, payoff cutoff happen. Who knows? Who knows why they started to turn their attention towards Kelsey? Again, they're using the public opinion to dismiss this case. Because remember, they kept using the public opinion with the whole Meg stuff with Torey. That's what everybody kept focusing on. The public opinion right now is saying, oh, it was Kelsey that shot him. Shot her. It was Kelsey. Because you look how she's acting during the trial. She's asking for immunity. Why would somebody who's not guilty ask for that? I mean, who's guilty? You guys know what I'm talking about. Why would you ask for that? That was strange. Everybody was shocked. They're like, what the hell? What do you know? They were saying that it was her before she even said that. But I'm trying to tell you, they're using public opinion to make it seem like that's evidence. But they don't have no evidence. So it's not going to go far. I understand why it's coming out now because, you know, Tory Lanez was stabbed and he almost lost his life for something that he didn't do. However, you can't use bullshit evidence to get your case dismissed. Like, this, allow the real evidence to come out. Allow the real investigators to investigate the truth. To basically make clear your name that you're innocent. Allow the real evidence. Don't plant evidence because now you're doing too much. Because I feel like this evidence was planted. This new one, it's not real. Don't plant this new evidence. Allow the real one to come. You're innocent, Torey. That part is true. You are telling the truth. However, this other stuff, you have no idea. You have no idea. Alright, you guys, I'm going to disclose that. Remember to keep these notes you know, for your records, because we're gonna keep adding more, and it's gonna be clearer and clearer as time goes on. There's more to the story. It's gonna, this case, this story is not gonna go away until the truth comes out. I can promise you that. I saw visions. I had a vision last night with Meg Thee Stallion. It's gonna become big again. How it was back in 2020, and like the whole social media was talking about. It's gonna happen again. But a lot of people are very divisive of it. A lot of people don't believe Meg. Some people do. It's just a lot of people don't believe Torey. Some people do. It's like people are going to keep speculating until the truth comes out. No, Yari. Kaisen not being framed has nothing to do with DDG. That DDG character is a whole, like, he's more than a narcissist. The stuff that I see, more than a narcissist. He is a sociopath. A sociopath. I'm not saying it to just call this person names. I'm saying it based off what I can see, what I saw, and what happened in the past, what's going to happen in the future. This person is a sociopath. Halle Bailey did not know who she was dealing with. She did not know who she had feelings for. Not even a little bit. No. That has nothing to do with that. So far, that what I know, it has nothing to do with that. But he is going to be framed. Or, I remember, if I recall, when I did that video and I channeled the visions regarding him, I just saw him going to jail for something that he did not do. Yeah, I remember that, yeah. Girl, it's gonna get worse. Like, it's gonna go more, but she's gonna be blessed. I forgot to disclose that with the videos I did with her. She's gonna be blessed. She's gonna rise. She's gonna have a lot of good things happening to her. Like, I think I mentioned that she's gonna create her own brand of something. And so I don't know, something with hair. She's gonna have businesses. That's for sure. I saw that. I even saw her sister coming back together during why the twins? They're going through it. The twins. Who's the twins? Are you talking about Hailey and Chloe and Hailey? They're not twins, but people think that they're twins, but they're not twins. Hollywood, yeah, Hollywood is definitely Hollywood. Hollywood is definitely Hollywood. There's a lot of weird stuff. No, they're not twins, Jackie B. A lot of people think that, but they're not. I think this is very close in age and very close. But I see them gonna be very blessed. Okay, despite the drama and the truth coming out, they're gonna be very blessed. However, Halle will be devastated once she finds out who DDG really is. No one knows who he really is. This person has a mask and he wears it tightly. Okay, sociopath. They definitely do look like twins, but they're not twins. Yeah. Oh, also, okay. I don't know. I don't feel like doing a separate video for that, so I'm just gonna disclose it here. Please write on your notes, the DDG and Halle notes. Keep this in your record. I didn't name it yet. Hold on. They're gonna paint her as a whore. That's gonna be something that's gonna come up. They're gonna paint her. Okay, yeah, I already did that. That was the code. Bad press because you don't like my access. That is the code. Bad press, you don't like my access. I remember. Yeah, they're gonna paint her as a whore. Mark my words. I saw all of it written down. They are very talented and very gifted. not just talented, they're gifted and blessed. So I wish them the best for them. And I don't like how the social, like the public is viewing, some of the public is viewing her as the aggressor, as the bitter baby mother, as this industry plant. They got it all wrong. That is not true. That is not her character. However, we're not all good. And she even claimed that, she even said out her mouth that she's not all like perfect and innocent. Like, she could get angry, she could get loud, just like everybody else. We're not perfect. We have emotions. She said it out her mouth. She never denied that, she has a little dark side. We all have it. But she never, I kid you not, and I'm telling you the truth as the Oracle of the World, she is not the aggressor. She did not, what you guys believe her to be is what he really is, times worse. Okay? Y'all believe her like she's just like a bad person and all that. That's him. Times worse. But that is the code. Bad press, you don't like my access. They gonna paint her as a whore, all type of stuff. Hollywood, somebody is. A lot of them want to be contrarian and believe. What? Okay, I think that was a mistake. A lot of people want to be the man regardless of the evidence is because they have fatigue of abuse allegation in the media, predictable behavior. Okay, I see that. This is why I'm not for stuff like this being sensationalized. Sorry. People start to take it as entertainment. Yes, exactly. It amuses them. They think it's fun, but there's a lot of people. There's people's feelings involved. This is people's livelihood. This is people's story. This is their experience. Like, yes, social media can have their opinion and debate and accuse and judge, but at the same time, this is someone's. This is, first of all, shouldn't be none of our business. Okay, this is someone's life. However, the reason why it's well, I'm disclosing it because I know what's about to transpire in the future, and that's my job as a divine advisor. I am meant to disclose that. If I wasn't, I would not have shared this. However, people who are forming their own opinion and judging her without any type of sense of evidence, don't even know the real story, are people that are clout chasing, people that are a fan of his, and people that just want just to make money off of this. It was just very insensitive, and I don't think that's right. Because these people live. Like, a lot of people are involved in this, okay? And there are people that are innocent. And they don't deserve the judgment, false judgment of them. If you're going to judge, do it right. Make sure you're judging justly, and it's the right, judgment, not falsely judging something with lack of evidence. Don't even know the person. Don't even know what really happened behind the scenes. Yeah, I did hear about that story. I don't really know what really went down with the whole Johnny and Amber Heard, so I'm not going to speak on that. Definitely, most people are not taking sides in general light or for wanting to know the truth. They live vicariously through DDG and other social media figures and what drama and substance. Yeah, some of these people are highly disturbed. Some of these people are very young and immature. So you got to take that in consideration. So that's why I don't even. I'm not the one that will clap back with these type of people. These people are, first of all, not emotionally mature enough to even have a proper conversation or to communicate with. Okay, these people choose to judge falsely because they believe what they want to believe. Their mind array is minuscule, like tiny for them to even understand something more. So why even have a conversation with them? Communicate with them, they will not understand. So I just, like, with those type of people, you just gotta let them talk. Don't even clap back. Let your integrity speak for yourself. Let the evidence and the court speak for itself. Everybody else, they just talk. Oh, wow. Did not know. When that case came out, I did watch a blogger that was talking about it, and even when she was giving her commentary on it, and she believed Amber Heard was lying and all that stuff, something didn't sit right with me. I don't know why. I just felt like Johnny Depp wasn't innocent. So that's all I knew. And again, I don't know the whole story with that, so I will not talk about it. But my intuition told me something about that. It just doesn't sit right with me. So that's why I don't agree with everything that's posted, everything that comes out. I will trust my intuition. I will trust my gift, and I will trust my research, my decoding. Not public opinion, not favor, not what's popular. You will never catch me doing that. Even if it's unpopular, I don't give a fuck. I rather like the truth above all else. Okay, you guys, it's getting dark, so let me close this live. But please watch the replay, you guys. I have a lot, you guys. I have 3 cases. I have the DDG Holly situation because it's not over, you guys. It's a lot more coming. The Cassie and Diddy case, it's not over. Apparently the trial is not over until July. So there's a lot more going with that. And then the Torey Lanez situation is not over either. So I still gotta decode that. And I have 3 deep dives. Your girl's looking. I gotta work on my stuff. So you guys will see me like really working hard on these deep dives. I'm still working on the first one. I just want to make sure that it's good, that I have all the information before I get it out. So many looking for a quick come up too. Yes, I noticed that. You gotta pay attention to like their thumbnails, the title that they use to get you, and then their commentary. Like I even saw this one person that popped up on my feed. I think she had like 500 subscribers or whatever, and then she's like talking about like DDG and Holly. She had the thumbnail and the title. I'm like, okay, I want to hear what her thoughts. Automatically, she sided with DDG. I'm like, okay, girl, you don't even have all the evidence. Let me get out. I was like, okay. She saw a little cuckoo too, so I'm like, I gotta go. This is too much. Like I wouldn't mind if you didn't, you took DDG's side, but I want to know why. But she didn't even have nothing. She just said, well, he just seemed like a nice guy. That if that's your evidence, please get out. Like, please, that's not even a correct evidence. Anybody can fake the funk. Anybody can wear a mask. Like, what the hell? I watched the replay and take my notes because I'm taking good care of it. I'm very invested in all this. Me too, girl. I have to. I'm getting back-to-back visions. Jackie B said, thanks. Hope I can catch you live tomorrow. People like to distract you when you're on live. Don't worry. Again, I'm going to be on 3:30. So I will make a post on the community tab to make sure that you guys are aware. But 3:30 tomorrow. You are. Oh, before I went offline for a bit, I found out a whistleblower lawsuit against Nova Nordes. Did you come across that? No. Oh, that's why I wanted to email you about that. Can you email me again? The Nova Nordes link to the lawsuit. I still haven't come across that. Like, I want to see the lawsuits because I'm working on the science side of it right now. And then I'm going to get to the Nova Nordes. But if you can send me that link on my email, please do so. I can send you the info through email. If not, basically like 8 people who are involved with the production of Ozempic came out and said there's bad protocol within the company. Yeah, I want to get that, but I also want to get the testimony, the people who actually sued them, that was taking it, the Ozempic. I want that lawsuit. If there's any, if you could just point me to where you found that information, so I can look into that. Thank you, Ari. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, you guys, I will see you tomorrow. It's so dark. I'm outside, so that's why I don't have my ring light. All right. All right, you guys. I'm gonna see you guys next time. Thank you so much. Make sure you watch the replay, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a nice night.